Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Island Fever Live. You guys know this is Candice Buchanan. How y'all doing? Welcome. I have a very special guest. I know a lot of you guys are jumping on because you want to know what is going on. Everybody is tired of staying at home. We all want to go somewhere. And I have the producer of the biggest island party event out of the Caribbean, dare I say. We've got a very special guest with us. This is Mr. Scott Dunn of Dream Entertainment and Dream Weekend. Scott, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Candice.
Oh, wonderful to have you. I tell you, I am just so very happy to have you here because I wanted to pick your brain on a couple of things. First things first, the entertainment industry in Jamaica. Now, a lot of people don't know, but you are producers of multiple events. So let's first introduce you to the people with that. So tell us a little bit about the events that you produce.
Right. So with Dream Entertainment, we own the biggest festival, biggest party weekend in the whole Caribbean, Dream Weekend the Grill. We've been running that successfully from 2009 to 2019. Obviously had to take a break in 2020.
Yeah.
We also own Exodus Carnival, which is the largest Caribbean mass band in Jamaica, 4,000 strong in Exodus Carnival. We're probably the second or third biggest mass band in the whole Caribbean, despite only being around 3 years. So we've grown exponentially, real quick. We also own Dream Weekend Cruise, which was a 5-day, 11 event happening on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship that went to the Bahamas and Montego Bay. We own the Cooler Weekend, which is 5 exciting parties in Ocho Rios on Easter weekend. And then individually, the people who own Dream own pretty much most of the big party brands you ever heard of in Jamaica. So like I have Yush, we have guys that do the Major Laser Party, A-List, Chilling on the Farm, Cabana City, take you back in the day to things like Osmosis. Literally, most of the big party, the 2,000 plus parties that I heard of in Jamaica, the founders of Dream are behind those parties.
Wow. So guys, we have a real powerhouse here with us. And I was kind of a part of that evolution,
For sure.
Back in the day.
You've seen it unfold.
Yes. As Osmosis and those parties, we used to all party together. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the work that you've done. For people who are watching us live, you can absolutely comment in the comment section. You can ask Scott whatever you want. Nicole Robinson just said she loves it. So thanks for joining us, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole.
Now, my birthday is next week, so I want to know all about this party that you're going to be having on the 5th and the 6th. But before we go into what's happening for Dream Weekend in Florida, people. So if you're in Florida, Dream Weekend is happening in Florida.
Right.
Island Fever FM has your tickets. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But tell me about what you went through in 2020. Because you just told me like at least 12 parties that you do.
Yeah,
and so you couldn't do any last year.
Right. So 2020 almost like it just didn't exist in our world. So basically, the coronavirus hit Jamaica in early March, and within days, the government had locked down the events industry. So not necessarily the entertainment industry as a whole. So we have to kind of separate it because there's things in entertainment that's obviously happening. Artists are still making money streaming, this kind of stuff. But us in the events industry, and particularly us that do large events, the government stopped issuing permits to do events in early March. So we got to the summer, we worked along with the government to come up with some protocols for the events industry for the summer. The government decided to allow 280 people to an event, but there had to be social distancing, temperature checks, mask wearing, all the things that are prudent and that we certainly agree with because we helped to write those protocols. We said, fine. For us, it really doesn't work because we're mass events. Our events are 5,000, 10,000 people, right?
Yeah.
But we knew for the industry as a whole, it was something important. And we, as leaders in the industry, we actually wanted to, be the example to other people that it could work. So it was about 4 weeks that it was allowed to happen in the summer in Jamaica. We did 3 events over those 4 weeks. We followed the protocols. Everything went smoothly. Problem was there were a lot of people who operated illegally during the same time, had illegal events, didn't follow any protocols. Rather than the government coming in and clamping down on those people, the government decided to clamp down on everyone. So the government has basically locked the industry again off in August, and it's been locked since. But again, there's still a lot of people operating illegally, flying under the radar. There's parties happening every night, but there's no protocols in place. There's no distancing, there's no temperature checks, there's nothing that we need. So it's very frustrating for us because it's really the people who are willing to cooperate are the ones that are suffering. The people in the formal industry, the people who have, staff to pay, rent to pay, accountants to pay. We paid millions of dollars in taxes over the years. We've contributed. The government itself did a study last year. They said that Dream Weekend contributes 4.7 billion Jamaican to the economy.
The GDP. Wow.
That's over 30 million US dollars that Dream Weekend brings into Jamaica.
Wow.
Carnival, same things, very similar numbers. So the two main things we're involved in bring 60 million US dollars to Jamaica. But the government has shut us down and has offered zero economic assistance. So we're basically left carrying the bag despite all the good that we do for the country. We've helped to build tourism in Jamaica because Dream Weekend has over 30,000 people. 70% of them are international. Exodus Carnival, 4,000 people. 65% of them are international.
I was one of those Caribbean Americans who made their way to Jamaica for Exodus, and I was coming back last year.
So, we understand. We're in the midst of a pandemic. It's dangerous. To gather in large numbers and very loosely, but we believe that there can be protocols that are put in place to do things safely. And there's a lot of hypocrisy with it because there's a lot of places like hotels and restaurants are operated pretty freely. So you go into a hotel or a large restaurant and there'll be 500 people in there, no mask, there's a DJ playing, there's like bottle service happening in the restaurant. So like the restaurants have become the parties. So it's like they basically shut us down and allowed other people to benefit at our expense. So it's very frustrating, but I don't want to stay on the negative. I want to tell you about all the positive stuff.
No.
2021. We're throwing 2020 behind us. We're not going to sit and cry anymore. We're figuring it out.
No. But now you know how to move in 2021.
Yeah.
Right? You know who to move with and who not to move with, because that's what taught me.
And where to move to. And where to move to.
Yes, because
that's why I'm coming to Florida.
Yes. And we welcome you. Island Fever Mass was supposed to be my first sojourn into Carnival as a mask. My costumes and everything, and it was the same thing. So frustrating because I spent my money to put that thing together, and then coronavirus just
I've been in this business since 1994, Candice. I've given my life to this business. I've passed up numerous opportunities. I'm not just some bum that's just doing entertainment because I can't do anything else. I had a big corporate job. I'm well educated. But this is my passion. I believe in this. I believe in our industry. I believe in Jamaica and our culture and Caribbean culture. And we believe in carrying that to the world. And I'm determined not to be stopped. I have to keep going because there's a lot of people that eat because I'm putting these events on.
Exactly.
In Jamaica, it's everything down to from the baller girls to the pan chicken man to the peanut man. To
everybody gets a food.
Sound engineers, lighting. I think people who are outside of the industry don't appreciate how many people working. There's jobs they would have never heard of.
Yes.
Most people who are in the industry has never heard of a draper. That's the people who's draping fabric to make the party look pretty,
Yeah.
They don't know what a baller girl is, They don't know what a scaffolding engineer is or a sound engineer or a light tech,
Yes.
They don't know what a bar back is, These are people who earn a living off an industry.
Yeah.
Some people don't know that they're people who are full-time bouncers. That's what they do. They're bouncers at parties.
Yeah.
And I mean, in Jamaica,
it's a viable economic industry that adds GDP. We've got somebody on here, Zach. Wagwan, Zach, my friend from Belize.
Zach
said the same thing happened to him in Belize. his industry was totally shut down, and the term essential businesses was used so loosely, and apparently parties do not fall into that category even in Belize. So it's not even just in Jamaica. That's
so I'm gonna tell Zach something, because I like to share, and my mantra for 2021 is communicate and collaborate. So I'm gonna tell Zach, yo, hit me up at Dunn Scott on Instagram. That's DUNNSCOTT. Hit me up and let's communicate when this is done, because I want not just to figure it out for myself, but to figure it out for everybody in my industry that's out there feeling it right now.
Yes.
I want us to hold hands and come out of this together. You know. Right now I'm collaborating with my competitors. Last Friday we had one of our brand Exodus. We had an event in Miami, in Wynwood last Friday, and it was a collaboration with the guys from BRT Weekend. And everybody looks at BRT Weekend as a competition to Dream.
Exactly.
And we actually started BRT Weekend with those guys. And to be honest, we had a falling out. But hey, we're in the midst of a pandemic.
I lost your audio, Scott.
Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry. No, I was saying, so, rather than, us here suffering, watching the BRT guys not maximizing their potential, pick up the phone. I call Hans Mullins up, because we still had a good friendship. I'm like, yo, let's do something together.
Exactly.
We did that, and I said that is what kind of led to what we're now doing in Tampa.
Yeah, and see, I know we got. So you see, Zach say yes, definitely, bro. Big up yourself. Mark Brown says that's so true. And I'm not a big time promoter like you. I'm more of an industry girl. I'm the one that comes and covers and makes sure people know what's going on.
Yeah.
But definitely, I got a little taste of the sour side of being a promoter, doing Island Fever Mass, which hopefully we can bring back this year.
Yeah.
But you're coming to Tampa for Super Bowl weekend. I was at the Super Bowl last year in Miami, right before COVID, because it's right around my birthday. My birthday is January 28th.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that were at that, is the way the bars ate, the hotels ate, the Airbnb.
Man, the city comes alive.
The city comes alive. Sports and entertainment. So now let's talk about your event that you're having. You're bringing.
Let me tell you how that event came about, because it's very funny, and it was very sudden. I'll show you how you have to sometimes just move.
Yeah.
So I did the event in Miami on Friday. I flew back to Jamaica on Sunday. So, backstories. I lived in Tampa for 4 years. So I'm a USF Bull. I went to school in Tampa. I'm a big Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. So my dad still lives just north of Tampa in Newport Richie. So I get home Sunday and I'm like, yo, tune into NFL playoffs. So Sunday night, the game was the Bucs game. So the Bucs, big surprise, beat the Green Bay Packers. And the Bucs are now one game away from the Super Bowl. So I'm just like, yo, man, Tampa is gonna be crazy. I mean, it's gonna be crazy if the Bucs make it, but with or without the Bucs, it's gonna be
just the fact that they're in the playoffs altogether.
Yeah, but I'm like, I wonder what's happening Caribbean wise in Tampa that weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, this is now maybe like 11 o'clock at night on Sunday. So I DM an old friend of mine, DJ Kirky C, which I'm sure a lot of you listeners are familiar with from Poison Dart Zone. Kirky is like the establishment in Tampa. I mean, I went to Tampa in 1994. Kirk was running Tampa when I got there. Right? So Kirky C been around, and he's still the boss. Kirky run Tampa. So I'm like, yo, hit Kirky up at DM Kirky, expecting that he'll respond in the morning because it's now 11 something. Say, hey, what's happening there on the weekend? Kirky hits me back up immediately because he's DJing that night. But somebody else is on rotation at that point. So he's to me, yo, not much going on. He's like, yo, there's that Shensia thing on the Sunday. He says he has his regular event, when a lot of people will be familiar with First Saturdays.
First Saturday, yeah.
Right. At Dunn's River Island Cafe. He has First Saturdays on the Saturday, but there's nothing happening on the Fridays. So I'm like, yo, Kirky, I want to do something. Yo, where can I do something on the Friday? He's like, yo, Dunn's River. It's a plug and play venue. It's nice. Everything is there. Sound lighting. Just Just promote the hell out of it, book the DJs, and show up. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, a brand, tell me prices. He gives me prices. I'm like, yo, this can work. So I'm like, this is like, no, in the middle of the night, no, we now getting down to 1 in the morning.
But those people who don't know, this is like 4 days ago.
Yes, this is exactly 4 days ago, right? So I'm like, yo, with Super Bowl being exactly 3 weeks away on the Sunday night. So I'm like, yo, so Kirky, what about what's on the Saturday, yo? You wouldn't you? Because his party on the Saturday now is normally like a oldies retro kind of vibe. Yeah. So I'm like, Kirky, I have a retro party. It's like the biggest 90s music party in Jamaica. The biggest from 2003 till now. We've done Yush in Miami. We've done Yush out in the Florida Keys. I'm like, yo, people know you. People, let's partner and do it. Kirky was like, man, that weekend gonna be crazy busy for him already because he has he rents his sound equipment to a lot of different places, and there's a million hip hop parties going on, and so it's Kirky. He's like, man, Scott, I really don't want to. He's like, yo, how about you just take my night? We'll work it out, the details, but you just take my night. So I said, hey, what we do? Let's just say Yosh and First Saturday is coming together on that night. So we're like, yo, we have 2 nights. Let's this needs to just be all out. Dream weekend, yo. I'm like, this is Dream Weekend Tampa. So between Sunday night and by Tuesday afternoon, we had DJs booked, artists booked, venue booked, hotels booked. Everything that you need to get the party going was ready on Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon, flyers went out. Flyers were printed by Wednesday. I mean, I'm here talking to you on the radio on Friday. Like, this thing is just gas. Like, yo, I have a friend Ding Dong said, gas.
Yeah, gas.
I have a crazy lineup too,
Yes.
And it's
so
like
tell me
super
about
affordable.
that.
Let me tell you.
Tell us about the event, how it's gonna flow. What's on which night, and how we can get tickets.
All right, so Friday is like a Super Bowl theme party because obviously Super Bowl weekend. So it's a Dream Weekend Jersey edition. So you wear your favorite sports team stuff, whether that's a football team, basketball team, soccer, what we call football in Jamaica, whatever type of team. If you want to wear your high school jersey, we'll show you as a big star in high school, you wear that. But wear something sporty on the Friday, right?
Right.
So that's a Dream Weekend Jersey party. Now that party is hosted by none other than Conscience. Now again, Curtis tell me he thinks Conscience has maybe been to Tampa once, and that was about 6-7 years ago.
Wow.
So, so the woman them love Conscience.
God.
So
I went to high school with him,
Huh? You went to school with Conscience?
Yeah, we went to high school. Yeah, man. Yeah. Nice guy. Very
known by the government name, eh?
Yes, I know by the government name.
We're not busting out more
No, we're not busting
him out. The coolest government name, so we're not busting him out. But, so yeah, that's Friday. DJs wise, we have, we keep our thing. We have to have full Caribbean flavor. It's not just a Jamaican thing. Yeah. So we have the baddest Bahamian DJs, a young youth. He's up and coming and he's running it. A youth named Overdose. This youth sick. Remember, I'm tell you. So Overdose is coming up from Miami. I know him gonna bring out all the Bahamian and them. I hope the rest of our Caribbean people and non-Caribbean people. I hope everybody realize that this youth is a youth that's gonna run it. Of course, we have to have Poison Dart. Poison Dart.
Yeah, definitely.
I said that's the establishment. You got. Can't have something at Tampa though have Poison Dart on it. We also have Ricky Platinum out of DC. Bad boy sound man. Like, yo, that's a
that's
true
one
MC.
thing I trust you with is you know how to pick the DJs. Every time I go to a party that you do, I have a good time. And I don't dance at parties. Parties are work for me. But at your parties, I have a good time. I dance. I actually dance.
Yeah, man. That's why we don't want people dress up too much. You come, Dream Weekend is a breakout thing. You come and you have fun, have vibes, come buy 2 buckle. And so I don't want to forget the last DJ that's on the Friday, a big DJ too. And them is like family to Dream. I mean, there's really anything that Dream do and they're not involved, and that's Copper Shot.
Yep.
Copper Shot are like they call it, or host DJ.
Yes, like,
we don't go a road without Copper Shot.
Yeah.
So that party is only we have some early bird tickets. Now I can tell you the early bird tickets, as you can imagine, we drop those on Tuesday. Those are moving very quickly. So we have early bird tickets It's only $35. With that type of lineup, I don't think you're gonna get a lineup like that anywhere else. A Dream Weekend party for less than $35. If you hitch and don't hurry up and get early bird, the next price up is $45, which is still reasonable, but no sense spending an extra $10 when you can just go get your ticket now.
Exactly.
Right? Or even better, how about this? You can buy tickets of both parties. We have a weekend pass, only $60. So good job to get, so jump online.
It's for $60.
$60. Dreamweekendtampa.com.
Dreamweekendtampa.com. Are they on Eventbrite as well?
Sorry?
Do you have them on Eventbrite as well?
Yes, they're on Eventbrite as well. Right. Okay. Same Dream Weekend Tampa. So what you need to, so basically the Dream Weekend Tampa is just going to take you to an Eventbrite link. So that's the easiest way to find it. Go Dream Weekend Tampa, everything spelled out, all the full words, dreamweekendtampa.com. Also on the website, you can purchase VIP packages. So we have boots.
I wrote VIP now, my friend.
Yeah. We don't buy no drinks at the bar. Right. So you can get table service, you can get VIP boots. There's pricing anywhere from $250 up to $1,000. So, it's the Super Bowl weekend. It's about a big celebration. Come on, have a good time. We've been working hard. We've been locked in the house. Come on, spend a little money.
That's Zach.
Zach, I wish you could see a letter that I just sent to the newspapers in Jamaica. Well, you will see it when it's published tomorrow. Ecosystem is a word that I use. That's my ecosystem. Yes. I don't want to take up too much of your time, Candice, but I have to just take you back against the event I did in Miami on Friday.
Yeah.
I literally was emotional in that event because it was the first real event that I'd done in months. So I might go to little restaurants or whatever, or hotels here in Jamaica, but I hadn't been to a party.
Yeah.
Like all kind of party. Yeah. And honestly, I had tears in my eyes. I swear to you.
I believe it.
There because it felt like home. I'm like literally. You hear my voice cracking now. It felt like home. Those were that's my people.
Yeah.
Right? Sound men and bottle girls and pan chicken man and people who do stage decks and bartenders and barbacks. Those are my people. That's my ecosystem.
Yeah.
That's the people. That's my family. That's who I love. So although I was in Miami and the faces were different, it wasn't people that I actually knew personally.
Yeah.
They were still my people. Like I felt it. And it's giving me this drive that, I was depressed most of last year, I swear to you. But I have a drive now, like nobody's gonna stop me. So, I'm going to take on the government here in Jamaica, and I'm gonna fight them to make things come back in Jamaica. And while I'm fighting them, I'm gonna go to Florida and go to Atlanta and go to Mexico and places that are open. And I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep feeding people. I'm gonna keep paying my staff. I will not be shut down. So that's
I feel you.
Preaching. That's me preaching. I'm sorry for the preaching. I know it's not a religious show, but I had to do a little preaching. No.
And I really, after knowing you for some time, many years actually, I really do know that you're being genuine. You've always been a very genuine person, and you really do love what you do. It's not put on.
What's funny though, I actually forgot that I love this, And Friday reminded me, as a God, I felt like I'm somebody that's very passionate. I work hard. So everything I do good. So people would see me and would assume, and because you do events for a living, people are like, yo, that's a dream job. They don't by the pun. But for a long time, I kind of was just honestly going through the motions and just doing it and not really appreciating it. And people talk about you have to stop and smell the roses. Because I've done events, man. At one point, I used to do Uber. I had an event every Friday for 7 years. It's hard to stop and smell the roses when you're always going.
Yeah.
You're being shut down for months, and I'm in that event on Friday. I'm like, yo, I love this. This is me. This is my calling. This is what I'm about. God put me upon this planet to make people go out and have a good time. and to feed the frigging people that working in this industry. And I'm gonna do it. I mean, what we've done, I think is tremendous so far, but you don't see nothing yet, Candice.
I believe you, Scott. Believe you.
And we have something in mind for Orlando. And
please, you know where to find
Candice,
me.
It's gonna be bigger than anything we've even done in Jamaica. I promise you.
Wow.
It's just I promise you. Just give us a few weeks. You're gonna hear about something in Orlando bigger than anything we've ever done.
Wow. Scott, Dunn, Dream Weekend. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for like sharing from your heart. You know,
I didn't even get to tell you about Saturday.
No, wait. No, I was just saying.
That felt like the wrap up. Like the producer in the background going, wrap it up.
Let's talk about your show. Let's talk about
because you know, so you shall my baby.
My party. Yes,
you shall my baby, right?
Yes, I know you
should Saturday night. So for all of you listeners, viewers out there, Yush is the premier 90s music party at Jamaica. We start playing some early 2000 music now as well, but predominantly 90s music. So you remember, that's the Biggie Smalls era, the Tupac era, right? That's a really the true Bounty and Beanie era, the Buju Banton era, Super Cat, Shabba, right?
Yes.
So if you know what I'm talking about, that's like, you want some, this is how we do it, and them Montel Jordan and them things. That's the type of music we are talking about. That's what you're going to hear all your Vanilla Ice. You're going to hear all Vanilla Ice in there. Ice, baby. Them
that's
type of
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Beer nices. And for you,
nices.
when last you see Red Rat perform, we have Red Rat.
What?
We have Baby Sham, right? So two big performance. Yeah.
Wow.
Two iconic artists from the 90s. Red Rat and Baby Sham is on there. And then we have some proper selector again. Because again, we have Poison that back up in there, so Poison and do them thing.
Right.
We're bringing up Chromatic from Jamaica. Chromatic and next big sound.
Yeah,
next, Dream staple them every Dream Weekend. Chromatic they're on about 3 or 4 party. So, say we are bring it again. We are gonna bring the night.
All the way to Tampa.
And the ticket prices are still the same. Same $35 early bird. So we have 2 artists now. $35 early bird at dreamweekendtampa.com. If you don't catch the early bird, actually, it's gonna be done in a couple of days. I promise you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
$45 for the regular general ticket, and then again, you got that $60 weekend pass. You can go to Dream Weekend Jersey Edition, Super Bowl theme vibes. Saturday you come to Yush. Yush, you dress for dance.
Yeah, no, you should tell them again because I don't think them know.
Nobody come in too much
no high
heels. No. Ladies come.
Yush is a dancing party.
Yeah, man.
Sneakers and shorts.
For catch a wine. That's
yes.
what we are doing. Wine and a bubble.
Yes.
And we have a bogle and butterfly and them.
Oh, let them know.
So make sure pepper seed as them say up here. World dance, them call it at Jamaica, but foreign them call it the pepper seed. Them dance the way I do. So,
them the dance. Heel and toe and bare teeth.
Yeah, man.
Yes, right.
And all of this is at Dunn's River Island Cafe in Tampa. So you Google Dunn's River, you can find the address.
Dunn's River Island Cafe, and it starts at 9 p.m., goes till 3, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So it's 9 to 3, Dunn's River Cafe.
Dunn's River Island Cafe
in Tampa on the 5th and the 6th of February.
Right.
Okay?
Friday and the Saturday.
Super
Bowl weekend. Sunday you're watching the Super Bowl.
Same way, so make sure to book an Airbnb or drive out to Tampa, because trust me,
quick.
After months of not partying, this absolutely is the first place I want to party.
Amen.
Absolutely, the first place I want to party. So I will be there. My team will be there for sure, and we will be. May I come bogle with you?
Of course. You know it.
Thank you so much for joining me, Scott. So again, dreamweekendtampa.com. And of course, make sure you can hop on Eventbrite as well. It is the 5th and 6th. We also have tickets for you on Island Fever. So please go to our Instagram page. That's at Island Fever FM. That's at Island Fever FM. We're going to be giving you tickets. Scott has been gracious enough to give us some passes for you guys. So make sure that you are sticking and staying to Island Fever FM. If you're listening to us on the radio right now, or you're watching our live on Island Fever Live on our YouTube channel, or you are listening to us on Dash Satellite Radio, make sure you go to our Instagram page, because that is where you're going to win tickets to this big event.
Win.
The only big Caribbean event in Tampa, Florida.
If you don't win the Mega Millions, you can at least win a ticket for Dream Weekend.
Same way, so.
Mega Millions, turn up right now. Anybody win the Mega Millions, come buy me a buckle.
Don't worry, I'm gonna win it, and I'm gonna buy up. I'm gonna buy out the bar.
Buy me the club. I go own Island Cafe. My friend Candice and buy it for me.
That's right. Thank you very much for joining us today, Scott. Thank you to everybody who joined us live and left your comments for Scott to see. Big up yourself, and we wish you all the best with Dream Entertainment. You know you are a friend of Island Fever, definitely. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And thanks, guys, for joining us here on Island Fever FM and Island Fever Live.
Bye, everybody.